Guru Nation, we're back by popular demand, and Chris's T-shirt too. Is that
I
back by
wore
popular demand?
I
It
wore
has
this
Jesus. What does it say? Back by? I
popular
didn't
demand.
even realize that's what it said on your shirt. Oh my gosh! But we are back by popular demand because the community
Wait.
loves
Why am I
Chris.
wearing this? Why am I wearing this?
At this point, it's divine intervention. I
Uh,
think.
Quite coincidental, but there was a big deal yesterday
Oh, yesterday was the supposed
or
rapture.
today. They said yesterday or today, mathematically proven rapture
Well, what
to
are you still
yesterday or
doing here,
today.
man? Why are you
Today,
recording a
they
podcast?
said yesterday or today. So I
I
thought
know
this
why
would be
I'm
appropriate.
here. If the rapture happens, I will have no gripes about why I'm still here. But you, I mean, I would be a little upset.
Well, it could happen today too, supposedly. So this is a mathematical thing. I watched a video on it yesterday. It was why is everybody saying this, right?
Like I texted you yesterday, I actually forgot about that. You know, I would understand why I'm still here if the rapture actually happened, but at least God
You'd
can.
be like that email thread you sent about the dog. Don't
Can't
recall.
remember.
You said too much crap. You can't remember what you sent me.
Yeah,
So you
man, my
sent a
inbox
thread
is
where
wild.
this lady calls up a person she knows and says, "Hey, you know, my savior's
Ah,
taking me.
yeah, yeah,
Can
yeah,
you
yeah.
watch my dog?"
Well, the funny part about that is that person who asked, who believed she was gonna get raptured.
Yeah.
The funniest part about that meme, which was a real true story, was the person she's asking to watch their dogs was gay. So she's like, for sure they're not, getting raptured. But back to my point.
It was still funny. I didn't even know that. The response was still funny, not knowing that person was gay.
Yeah,
It was
and that
seriously, I
person,
literally laughed out loud.
well, that person knew why they were asking them too.
Yeah, I didn't know that, and it was still funny. They're saying, "So you're telling me to my face I'm not going to
Yeah,
heaven?"
exactly. There's layers to the humor. But I will we're gonna get to the comments. We got some comments today. If there's a rapture, I know why I'm not up there. I'm not a practicing Christian or anything, but I would hope God would take me in the second round at least. Like
Yes,
in the
that was
NBA
funny.
draft,
I laughed at that too when you
you
texted
take
that
me in the
yesterday.
second round, I'm still good. I'm still making
Sure.
NBA salary.
Well,
Just get me into heaven. I prove myself once I'm there. But just let me
so
make it. Let me make it through
so
the door.
this is that curveball you were referring to.
This is the
So
curveball. We ain't never getting to these questions.
so
Right off the bat, too.
some do believe. Well, you brought up my shirt, so some do
But the Guru
believe.
Nation said, Chris, we need Chris back. And so he's back by popular demand. And that's literally what your shirt said, which I did
so
not read your shirt because I can only see the top half.
so some do believe there's layers of heaven, and obviously the better Christian you are, the better layer you go to, and
Right.
they don't believe in hell at all, right? So like everyone goes to heaven. I know some believe this. So you might be a second, third, or fourth layer. I believe there's seven
Late first
layers.
round pick. Yeah, God
Even
traded me
seventh layer,
for
at least you made it, right?
a bag of balls and sandwiches, to the devil. Hopefully. I just want to get in. Give me a chance.
But just to finish my thought real quick, so we can
Oh,
go to
it's still
your
not
actual
finished?
content.
Damn.
So it's a mathematical thing where they're not sure about one day. So yesterday or today could be rapture, supposedly.
Right.
So I'm wearing it for
Which
the second day.
well, I'm not a Bible scholar. I'm pretty sure it says somewhere in there, no man will know the day or
The
the
day,
hour.
the day or the time. Yes.
But they're
The day.
ignoring that part because it's
Yeah.
interesting shit.
Yes.
But yet they
Yeah.
still believe it.
See, I don't believe it. I'm wearing it out of humor.
I know, you're a funny dude. This is exactly why Guru Nation demanded you get back. At SOS, every fifth person's like, hey, you need to have more Chris on. You need to do more Chris. He is more, they like the fact that you, I guess, tell it how it is. You don't give a fuck. Like, you
Nope.
post some wild shit on LinkedIn. I
It's
bought you
not.
a hat, right? I bought you a hat for that.
You did a nice hat.
Which one?
You bought the Arizona Cardinals hat. It's very
But
nice.
that was the bet for that was the bet for
For
what was
what
that for
post I
Matt?
did? It was for a post on LinkedIn.
Ah, okay. Didn't we bet something else recently?
We have other bets on
Ah,
crypto.
okay, yeah. Never mind. We have too many bets. There's the curveball. Okay. I got this one question, Chris. We're gonna dig into this, dude. We both
Mhm.
hire people, right? We shout out to Patient Ace. We both were involved. You like what I did there? We both were involved in
The
hiring
transition was
Alexis.
perfect.
Perfect. Go to patientace.com/demo right now if you're a site. But we were involved with hiring of Alexis. We couldn't have dreamed of a better candidate. We
Yep.
both have
All,
hired
all three
multiple.
of us were like thumbs up immediately.
Right. We both were in charge of hiring multiple candidates at our sites. So I made a video that said the biggest mistake everyone makes on their resumes, and then I didn't remember what I actually said. But I got a comment here that said, how do non-clinical folks tailor such a specific resume when they don't have the level of in-depth knowledge necessary to read between the lines of job postings and have no previous job experience in research? And I replied back, three
Wait.
words.
I got a question before you answer that.
Yeah.
What is there to read in between the lines?
Well, in
Uh,
my video, I remember because this was about going to sites, like finding sites.
mhm.
So if you read like a job posting of a coordinator, it's going to have like all the responsibilities. Presumably, if you don't know what a coordinator does, you can just take a job posting and like study it with AI. And that was my response. Three words. You study
Okay.
it.
But
You
that's not an
study
in
it.
between. To me, in between the lines means something else. That's just not understanding exactly what's entailed for the job posting. Not
Right.
an in between
Right.
or hidden concept.
But the in between the lines, you could figure it out too. Like if you really study the industry, you're gonna learn the nuances. Like we've done enough videos on this to like these days you can just use AI. You can use Gemini, Google Gemini, copy and paste that job posting and then reply back like how do I tailor my resume for this based on my experience here,
Sure.
knowing that this is a coordinator role and I'm a teacher,
Hmm.
which is exactly Alexis from Patient Ace, her background. She was of course a coordinator too, but she was a teacher. In order to get that coordinator role, matter of fact, she was on this podcast after she graduated the CRC Academy
CRA, I think.
or
She was on
CRA.
a
She was on one
yeah.
of our
She
academies,
was on the podcast with both of us.
and then she got a coordinator job, and then she got
Hmm.
the Patient Ace job. So you study it, you study. It's never been easier to study any industry like it is today. If I right now it's 3 p.m. If I decide from 3 p.m. till 3 a.m. I'm gonna learn natural gas, like I will get a curriculum going. I will start to learn some stuff. By 3
So
a.m. I know quite a bit.
I got a super tangent for you here.
Yeah,
So
because we got more
how long until so well actually let me start here. When
until you
when
stop
someone
taking Tylenol.
when someone goes yeah right when someone goes to a university, thankfully I'm not pregnant. When today I can get pregnant, so
Even
thankfully I'm not.
non-pregnant, they if you heard what they were saying, they're better off being in pain.
Yeah. So when someone goes to get a degree from a university, how much of that degree is wasted time, right? And what I mean is not specific to their job path. I would say at least half.
No, more than half, but
Why I said at least because
much more than half.
but like a medical, right? If you're going for medical, right, you're going to be a medical doctor. I don't think it might even be less than half of that is wasted, right? That's not
Well,
necessary to
it
be a
depends
doctor.
how you define wasted, right?
Right.
Because
I mean, not specific to understanding what you're going to be doing and how to do it, right? Like engineering, right? I would say about half. I would say the sciences are the least in which it's wasted time,
yeah.
right?
Well, even in the sciences, let's say, because I was a pre med, so
Right.
no one wasted more time than me in college. Like, I at least, and I never went on to become a doctor, but some of my friends did. And I at least, like, the time you go partying, the time you, especially like at a big university where you meet people from different backgrounds than
Mhm.
you, like, I think I met from like almost every country possible during my
Mhm.
5 years there.
Mhm.
Close to. I mean, I'm hyperbolic a little, but I've met people that I would never have met had I just stayed in, Orange County, especially in like South Orange County, where it's not that diverse,
Fair
right?
enough, and absolutely, universities are diverse, but
And like as a working professional, especially as a clinician, it's very helpful to know how to relate or understand some of the culture. Like I don't consider that will be wasted time, whereas others would.
okay, so yeah, I mean, but that's not part of the class material. That's just more your interactions with the student body.
Sure.
What I guess what I'm driving at is how long until you think AI can
Hmm.
summarize course material that would be acceptable or comparable to what you can get in that
No, it's already here.
one 1 or 2 year time period of worthwhile information for your
It's
college
already
degree.
here. It's here already.
I see. I don't think it is. You think it is already?
It's here already. Yeah.
So
I'm a power user. It's
so
here.
you think you could go online so long as you had the wherewithal and interest to do so. You could go online, get curriculum good enough to become a mechanical engineer just from AI
Within a year, yeah.
within a year.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had the time and the
Yeah.
capacity to learn the material that it's providing to you.
Yeah.
And you would be just as knowledgeable as someone who graduated from Harvard with a BS in mechanical engineering.
Yeah. And
You think so?
they all end up specializing in something anyways.
Sure, but you think so. You think it's that refined at this point.
Yeah. I really do.
Huh. I don't, but you use it way more than I do, so I'm kind of valuing your
I
opinion more than
really
what I
do.
think.
I mean, just mess around with it when you get a chance.
Hmm.
We have Google Gemini for our UMA clinical trials. Oh, but you don't have the email. You don't have a YCT email. Just mess with the
No,
free version of whatever you have.
I have it on my to-do list to pay for Gemini.
Gemini is good. If like I have Grok and Gemini, I actually think Grok's better, but Gemini's kind of better overall if you use Google Docs, Google Sheets, which I started using a lot more of now.
Okay,
Gemini is
so
good for that,
we're
and good
gonna
for
go
YouTube because
we're gonna
Gemini
go
understands YouTube.
we're gonna go way off of script on what you would think.
Yeah,
This
I should have known better. This is why I don't have Chris on more often. Actually, this is
So
why.
bring up Gemini, and I'm curious. Ask it what are the best way to what's I don't know how you want to frame the question, but the the most productive ways to recruit patients in clinical research.
All right,
I'm curious what it comes up with.
but you're asking something different than what you asked me.
Yeah, but it's still
Okay,
paths to accomplish something.
I really want to be a clinical research patient recruiter. What am I asking?
What are the best methods to
What
get
are the
patients?
best methods
Uh,
to get
you're more experienced
patients?
with this. How do you ask this question? I don't know.
Pretend that you are certifying me in a university curriculum.
There you
Something
go.
like this.
Yeah, there you go.
Because you want detail, basically, is what you're
Yeah,
asking for.
yeah.
I know. Part of my job is understanding what
Others are
the other
telling you.
person wants. Yeah. There it is. I mean, look, ready in a few minutes. So we can
A
talk
few
while it.
seconds, not minutes.
No, it says ready in a few minutes.
Oh,
Here's a research plan for that topic. If you need to update it, let me know. Okay, I'm going to hit start research.
oh.
And it's going to take a few minutes to start doing it. I mean,
So,
actually, like, this is like the agentic
so it's
AI.
creating a
Like,
curriculum, kind of.
yeah, it's telling you how it's thinking right now. I'm
Okay.
synthesizing a comprehensive curriculum. Initial plan. These are the websites it's currently researching. Let's see if ours is on there somewhere.
Yeah, I can't
Fucking
see it.
Google doesn't put it. Synthesizing foundational knowledge, uncovering key insights, planning deeper exploration. If you asked a human to do just this,
It'll
this
take
would be at
days.
least a week-long task. At
At least
least.
days.
And
Yeah.
that's like a studious one that like doesn't fuck around. Look, it's researching more websites.
I think you could get this done in 2 or 3 days, but nonetheless a longer time.
Look,
this
it's
is gonna
doing
take.
even more. Ours better be on there somewhere. I'm seeing some bullshit things on here.
Well, while we're waiting, we can go on to another
Synthesizing
topic real
core
quick.
concept. I mean, I'm
Someone
blown
wants to buy
away.
our book. Someone wants to buy our book.
Oh yeah, the book's here, but like, aren't you blown away by this? Here, guys, go buy the book while it's still cheap because these people are offering to buy it. And I don't know. I mean, fuck it,
A
Pengu,
public.
Pengu coin. You know, I might need to sell this book. Hold on, it's still doing this.
Yeah.
Conclusion of research. And Chris wants me to buy gold, so to appease him, I'll probably buy gold.
There you go, 5 ounces. That's all you can do. Someone buys the book.
Look it. I mean, it's still doing it, Chris. There's no. Come on, man. We're already here, man. This is the future. It's not even done researching it. Now it's going to put together a comprehensive curriculum. And so this is to answer the viewer's question. Like, how do non-clinical folks tailor such a specific resume when they don't have the level of in-depth knowledge necessary? This is exactly how. You get your ass to any LLM and you do it. Chris, I think you're frozen, man, but we just lost Chris. He's stuck in the ether while Gemini's still doing this. At least I hope it's Chris and not me. I think my internet's good. Chris, I lost you, man. Come back. Okay, the report is ready. We'll wait for Chris. By the time we lost Chris and we get him back, the report is ready. And we wanted to give, so while we're waiting for Chris, because I am blown away with this, but I know Chris will be even more so. Here's a shameless plug for our book, which Chris is talking about. There are like real publishers now that want to buy the rights. I don't know. We may or may not do a book deal. I want actually you guys in the comments, if you're watching or listening, to let me know what we should do. We're both open to it. You know, I think it's been out enough years. If there ever is going to be like a revised version needed, or like a newer version, whatever they call that, updated, would be nice to have like some resources behind it. But yeah, so far it's independent publisher. Look at the back, DSCS. That's me and Chris, Clinical Trials Guru. It's just us. Chris is texting me that his internet's down. He has to restart the router. So while we do that, let's come back to this page and let me go through some more questions till Chris comes back. So we've been getting a lot of good comments actually. Some people are saying I'm very keen on hearing about regulatory loose ends. Literally everything today, because of what you just saw with AI, and with the proliferation of AI in our industry, there's a lot of regulatory gray space. So we get Darshan Kulkarni on this show a lot. He talks a lot about how you got to be really careful if you're a site or even just a person working in this space. If you are using these AI tools, there could be like CDAs that you're violating with sponsors. The vendors themselves might be violating the CDAs with the sponsors. Not to mention HIPAA compliance. Like there's a lot. It's kind of like the Wild West again. There's been data breaches. Sites are understandably very worried and very skeptical. And it's the best advice I was given was, if you're a research site, you actually don't even need to fall into the HIPAA category. And they want us to discuss this at SOS, which I don't actually know, but let me read the post. Hey, Dan, hope you're doing great. Looking forward to 10 SOS. We're contemplating going to this other conference, but it's so pricey. I know it's pricey, guys. Come to Save Our Sites. Trust me, you don't need another conference. One of the topics I want to discuss is HIPAA. Is your site really HIPAA compliant? And what will it cost if you aren't? And how do you know whether your site really needs to be HIPAA compliant? They watched a Note to File episode where they had Edie and Darshan, and they both agreed sites should be very careful when they say they are HIPAA compliant, because then they are automatically subjecting themselves to HIPAA regulations, and maybe they don't really have to, because the fines can be huge. Edie on the show said people think they are HIPAA compliant just because they say they are, but that maybe 80% of sites are not really compliant. I agree that this would be a very good topic. And I think they didn't even mention AI. If you throw in AI on top of this existing uncertainty, it was a lot easier to be HIPAA compliant back in the days where you didn't have like too many digital interfaces and you didn't have a database and all these different silos where you have different parts of data. Nowadays, if you're a site, you can't even exist without a tech stack, if you will. And like for us, our tech stack would be Creo, which they are one of the sponsors of the show. They're also one of the sponsors of SOS. Patient Ace, which me and Chris are both co-owners of, which is our patient recruitment portal. But that's a patient database. Creo has its own database. Then we have another part of our tech stack, Inado, which is also an SOS supporter and a clinical trials guru supporter. They're not even in the business necessarily of patient databases. They help sites get studies if you have experienced PI. But to speed up the study startup process and to actually validate to the sponsors that you do have the right patient population for a study, they encourage sites to upload, of course, the identified list of their patients. So I just mentioned from 3 tech stacks, like randomly. If you pick another site, they're using probably 3 to 6 other things. And we also have a project management tool called Monday, where we don't upload patient confidential information. It's more for a workflow management for us. But like sometimes you have conversations where you are talking about a patient, and these are the things that sites. Yeah, I mean, like back in the day, there were sticky notes. You would leave a sticky note, paste it on your computer, and somebody else would come. Your colleague would see it and figure it out. And so, I mean, is that HIPAA compliant? I don't know. It depends what you wrote on there. It depends where it went. There's a lot. If you ask an attorney, there's a lot that you have to look out for. So even knowing whether sites need to be HIPAA compliant or not is important. And I would love that topic. I would love to hear more of that topic too. Chris is texting me that his internet's down, and I might have to finish the podcast on my own. Maybe he got raptured. I think this might be like a joke turned into reality. I think Chris got raptured. Okay, in all seriousness, since Chris probably not gonna come back, I'm gonna share the Google Gemini because I think this is like, look at this. You want to learn how to be a patient recruiter? You want to learn how to do anything in our space or any other space? I don't care what space you want to do it. Use your favorite learn language model. Again, I use Gemini probably the most just because it's there in most things I am already on. But I think Grok is a little bit better. I use them both. Like if it's something I was going to be really serious about, like if I really wanted to be a patient recruiter and learn, I would also ask Grok, basically copy and paste that same prompt into Grok. And then I would have, and if you want ChatGPT to do the same thing there, I would have each of them rank the best. And then what usually ends up happening is they say, well, I like elements of this one better than mine. They're generally honest, but I like elements from mine better. Then you can say, well, synthesize the best parts and worst parts. You could keep doing this keep iterating until you have something that's pretty close to being ideal. Although I do think that just to get the basic gist, and then Chris is back. We thought you were raptured, man. Like, I really thought it was
I
a joke that
briefly,
turned into
briefly
reality.
saw the light, the gate, and
And he
I
said,
kicked away.
"Nah, you're gonna need more than a T-shirt to get here, pal. Go
That's
back,
right.
go back down. You're making fun of me." Okay,
Just got a message from my internet provider that said outage until 9.
well, Chris, I mean, this podcast's almost over, man. So,
So this hotspot, we'll see if I can handle this.
well, no wonder
So
you
what did
look
we
so
find
grainy.
out? What
Well,
did we find out?
I just discussed HIPAA compliance because one of the people that's coming to SOS would really like to discuss whether sites even need to be HIPAA compliant. And she wrote like a pretty compelling argument for why this is a good topic because of Edie and Darshan, what they said on Brad's podcast. So I think that's a good topic. But we were waiting for you to get back to look at the Gemini. So you want to see it's done.
All right. Let's
It
see
took
what,
like
let's see
5
what-
minutes.
what
Look
it
at
said
this.
about
First of all,
recruiting.
it's long as fuck. Okay, like look at all these websites they use. But okay, let's go through it. The fun thing about this is anyone can do this at home for anything. Okay, the patient recruitment imperative, a master class. By the way, if somebody wants to create a course on this right now, I will sell you this for $5. Just sell me $5. Yeah, sell me $5, and
Dan, the
I can do
constant
it.
comedian.
I'll do it to more than one person too. Like I'll just do one from Grok, one from Gemini. Let's see what other LLMs are out there.
Very kind
But
of
you
you.
can make a
Very kind of
course.
you.
This is my
What is
thesis,
the
Chris,
Gemini?
of why
Wait. What does a Gemini subscription cost you a month?
$20 a month.
So you get 4 people, they can pay for your monthly charge.
There you go. Or we can do an auction, like highest bidder. Buy it now, $20, like on
There you
eBay.
go.
Pays for my month, and maybe every month I'll do this. I'll create a course that I don't want to do, but Guru Nation can do. And they pay me $20, and maybe I just pay for my AI that way. I think you got a new segment.
There you go. It's
here.
free for you.
This might be a new segment. If
good.
enough people say, "Do you need to do this?"
You're
I'll
very
keep
welcome.
doing this. Sorry, Monica. Monica would be in tears if she actually saw this right now. But look at it, Chris. This is better than I thought it would be, man. Much better. It was already looking bad for course creators.
So
Look,
I'm just going to say Hotspot's not great for live content because you're kind of garbled at times. So you just read it. I can't read it. You read it out loud to me, please.
I just want your commentary here and there, and I'll pause an extra few seconds for your Wi-Fi to handle it.
Thank you.
Module 1, Foundational Principles and Professional Competencies. The clinical research landscape and the recruiter's role. Then it talks about the bedrock of innovation. It basically gives you like what it is, what's GCP, the ethical and regulatory framework.
So this is the in between the lines. The in between the lines material. If somebody posted a job, hey, you want to be a patient recruiter, here's your in between the lines.
Yeah, and this is like just not even. This is like the background. This is like the milieu of the environment that you're in to just understand the environment. Like if someone says you're gonna be a fish tomorrow, and they're just gonna throw you in the water, it'd be nice to like look at what water is, what's in there, like that. So here's HIPAA. They talk about HIPAA even. In parallel, patient privacy is non-negotiable. So there goes the answer to the other person's question. I think research sites have to be HIPAA compliant because patient privacy is non-negotiable. Now, if you ask someone smart ass like Darshan, they're going to say, but are they a patient really? Aren't they called subjects? Aren't they? Is that really a patient? So it's not really much of an answer. And I don't think that's good Darshan impression. But you get my point. They're going to argue with you ad infinitum. He's going to argue with you ad infinitum, but then when you get in trouble, there's no argument. It's just the invoice. Hey, here you go. This is non-negotiable.
Pay me my 15K. Pay me my 15K. I can maybe help you out.
We love Darshan on this channel. Okay, so enough about HIPAA. IRB.
I send possible business to Darshan like at least once a month.
Well, he'll be happy, man. So, module 1. Okay, that's foundational principles and professional competencies. Module 2, the critical challenges of enrollment, analysis of the bottleneck, an average dropout rate of 30% across all trials, which not only leads to a
Hmm.
loss of useful data for regulatory submission, but also to the cost of recruitment.
We got to stop there. Do you think it's that high? I don't think it's that high.
I mean, you're going to argue with like
30%. 30,
all these sources? Look at
what?
this.
Okay, from your anecdotal evidence, can you hear me?
Yeah. No,
Can you
for
hear
my
me?
anecdotal
So,
evidence, I think it's actually spot on because I was thinking about that as I was reading
you
it.
think 30%?
I think
Okay.
so.
I think it's
Yeah.
more like 20 or 10, but okay.
No, it might even be a little bit higher. And depends how long the study is. You know, you're gonna have longer dropouts, but
Sure.
like the
Sure.
longer the study, the more dropouts. But no, yeah, they do. And then the average cost to recruit
All
just
right.
one participant is over $6,500. The average. So a high dropout rate compromises the statistical power. Then you're going to learn about the patient side barriers. I actually think this is going to be a really good course. I changed my mind. I'm going to sell it for $50 to the first person that sends it to me. I will just share and export. Matter of fact, let me do it now. Export to docs. Here we go. So whoever wants to buy this, it's now in my Google Drive. It's in my Google Drive. It's owned by me. As Darshan as my witness, you cannot steal this. You have to pay me $50 and I'll send you this. Okay. Patient side barriers. Beyond the operational challenges of trial design, significant barriers exist. It is estimated as much as 75% of the general public is unaware of trials as a treatment. This lack of awareness is often coupled with a deep seated lack of trust. Then you get to module 3. So the high dropout rate is not merely a consequence of the trial experience itself, but a direct reflection of failure to address these underlying barriers from the beginning. Which I did participate in a study on microaggressions that found that people of color are more likely to drop out quicker if they are treated with microaggressions. I was in this study. Me and Judy. Shout out Judy Galinda. Okay. Module 3. Methodologies of patient identification and outreach. Historically, clinical trial recruitment has relied on a set traditional strategies. So here's the digital recruitment revolution. They literally are going through posts with images are more engaging. The best practices for recruitment involve every study specific post, 3 to 4 general informational posts, patient registries, online communities, online health communities, patient advocacy groups. Chris, are you impressed thus far by this course we made?
It is very impressive.
We
Absolutely.
made a course. I don't know if your Wi-Fi could catch it, but I'm selling it for $50 now. It's so good. The price went up.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah,
So went from
the
5 to
price went
50,
up.
10x.
And I
10,
saved
10x
it.
in 5 minutes.
10x, we don't need Pengu coin. We have courses. And so I saved it in my Google Docs. Module 4, leveraging technologies and data for precision recruitment. All right, the power of AI and machine learning. By mining up to 80% more EMR data than a manual review, these platforms like Deep6 AI and Flatiron, I would also give a shout out to Select IQ and to Phases and to Patient Ace, which is our own company. They even give you examples. For example, Velocity's Vision Recruit platform uses AI to provide patient trial matching, automated outreach, and scheduling. The Clinical Trials Transformation Initiative envisions a future when one coordinator with AI, this part you might like, Chris. The CTTI initiative envisions a future where one coordinator with AI can handle 50 participants, compared to the traditional model of one CRC per 10. This indicates that the value prop of the human recruiter is no longer in their ability to manually screen, but in their data fluency and the ability to provide compassionate care around protocol refinement. And then you get data analytics and patient
Very cool.
recruitment, real world evidence,
What's the CTTI initiative? What's the CTTI initiative?
clinical trials transformation initiative. I don't know. Let's look it up. I heard of it, but I don't actually know what it is. Modernizing trials. I don't know. You guys come to SOS. Hopefully they come. I don't know who they are. It
Yeah.
looks like one of these organizations. Real world evidence. So here's a comparison of key patient recruitment platforms. We really need Patient Ace to be on here. Ronick, Chris, Alexis, we got a job to do because we should be on here. We should be on. Last decade, you want to be in Google results. This decade, you want to be on Google Gemini results. And so we should be on here.
So I can't read. So who are the key patient recruitment platforms? I can't read it.
Deep Six AI. You met their founder with me. Velocity, which is their own proprietary AI, which is a site network. Flatiron Health. IQVIA, which
Never
is
heard of them.
Yeah, they suck.
Heard of them, but didn't know they were patient recruiters.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They are a tech
They
company
have a
now.
patient recruitment platform.
Yeah, multiple, and they are their
I didn't
own.
know that.
I mean, IQVIA, holler at us. You know, not only we're for sale, the book publishing, IQVIA publishing. You know, it would look nice on the back, but Patient Ace might be for sale. Holler at us, and then auto recruitment, and then module
Never heard of them
5.
either.
Yeah, I haven't heard of them either. We heard of Patient Ace though. PatientAce.com
We
slash
have.
demo. PatientAce.com/demo.
Great platform, very helpful, very personalized. You'll get face-to-face meetings as much as you like with those in charge of helping you recruit your patients.
Only at PatientAce.com/demo. Module 5 is the patient-centric model. Understanding and mitigating patient dropout. Strategies for enhancing participant experience. I mean, look at this. Decentralized trial. It's going to teach you like
How many
comparison.
modules are there?
Well, so far we're on 6 case studies and practical application, anatomy of a successful campaign.
So I assume each of these modules would be an individual class in a university.
Yeah, or
maybe
like
multiple classes.
And like one of our online academies, it would be like a week. You know, that's your week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. This is a lot. If you do the week, Monica.
Wait, Monica. Here's another platform for the. Wait, Monica. Here's another platform for the university. Patient recruitment.
Yes.
Here you go. 6 modules, 6-week class.
Monica, I love you, but if somebody sells me $50, it's theirs. So, like, you know, no harm, no
crack
foul.
that whip and get busy.
No harm, no foul. Now, why don't I do the same thing? Okay. And I just watch. I'm going to do the same thing. Let me share my screen again. This is too good, guys. And this is why I don't do too many podcasts with Chris. Okay, let's go. New chat. Boom.
Because God only knows where they're going to go.
Yeah. So instead of patient recruiter, I want to be a clinical research coordinator. And now make me the same. What are the best methods to become one? Pretend that you are certifying me in a university curriculum. This is going to be wild. Okay. Welcome to your program. Here's module 1. Foundations of research. Module 2, ethics and regulations. Module 3, study management. Module 4, practical skills. I could do the pro. Let's do that with the pro. I want to be a clinical research coordinator because they're going to actually do some reasoning. So what are the best methods to become one? If you want like the longer, more thoughtful answers, you use the pro, which is the reasoning model, and it's going to actually do it with all those links like you saw it do with those patient recruitment stuff. But while it's waiting, Chris, I mean, what are your thoughts here?
Yeah, I think this is great. I think this can make university content like as much as we possibly could want.
Yeah. So
Monica was talking
ethical.
about having classes for days. Here you go.
Well, you can have birth by the second. Medical and scientific
Yeah.
principle, protocol implementation, data integrity, CRC practicum, final certification, written exam. Okay, write me the written exam. Write me the exam questions and answers. Like, if somebody wants this one, it'll be $25. It's Giselle me.
Wait, shouldn't it be like 100 because you're giving them the answers to the questions for the
Oh, if
exam
you
for
want
the
to answer
class?
the exam, yeah, you can Zell me separately. That's separate.
You're going to post the questions and answers right now.
Yeah. You will have 90 seconds, okay? And then it's giving you all the questions. And then I'm assuming it's going to give me an answer at the end. It's writing the questions. Dude. Now give me the answers. I am making a course. I mean, there's so much you can do with this AI, dude. So I'm not going to go through all this again, but you guys get the point now, right? You can do this. That's it. Anything, Chris?
I still don't think it's Yeah, I just still don't think it's comparable to say going to a university where the course already designed for you and you know that it's been thought through on what is required, whereas you're kind of guessing if you're studying into this blind.
Yeah.
I
Well,
just
that's
don't
where
think
you.
it's there quite yet, but it's very good. But it's very good.
Well, that's where you could cross-reference it against other LLM like Grok. When you were gone, I thought you were raptured for real, but I'm glad you're not. That you know you can actually ask it cross-reference this against this one, which one's better, refine it, give me recommended reading list as if I am in class. I mean, you can get it. It's more about how you prompt it at that point, because the LLM is kind of like people; they do want to get lazy. But yeah, I mean, you sound a bit garbled, and this has been going on for 45 minutes, so I think it's a good time to wrap it up. Chris is not raptured, and hopefully you
No, not
guys learned
raptured.
that.
Wish I were. Wish I were. It would be nice to be in heaven. But sorry if I'm garbled. Next time, hopefully, I'll have stable internet.
Right, right. Maybe the internet was raptured on your end.
Yeah, they took everyone from Spectrum. That's my provider.
Ah, well, I have Spectrum too, so that wouldn't count.
Somebody just hit a telephone pole or something
Ah,
in my
nice.
area.
Well, good thing you still have access to
I
911.
don't know. I'm testing. So I have a cell phone. Yes.
You still have access to 911, and it's like
All right.
the question at every site selection visit: what happens if a patient has a SAE? Well, we'll call 911. You know, and access to 911.
Yeah, there's a
You still
hospital
have
5 minutes from here.
you still have
What's the
it. So
What's the hospital from YCT?
Yuma
10 minutes?
Regional. Yeah, like 10 minutes. All right, guys. Like, subscribe, comment, share. We out.